Hi everyone, welcome to Cave Tales, a spiritual podcast series. So today we have a very special guest from Budapest, and we are shooting 11th episode part B with her. So welcome Mete to this podcast series and thank you for being with us.
Thank you again for having me.
Yeah.
And my name is Mete. I'm
Mhm.
from Northeast India, and currently I'm living in Budapest and I'm working here. You
Mhm.
can find my Instagram and YouTube links in the comment section, I guess. Right, Kajal?
Yes, absolutely. I have mentioned her business or venture name in the video itself, but you will, get the links in the description box. Go follow her, and whenever you need her, she'll be available. Okay. So let's start with, our conversation. So guys, this is part B episode. And अगर आपने part 1 नहीं देखा है तो go check it out. वो already premiered हो चुका है on our YouTube. एंड कल आज का जो पार्ट है वो कल वाली कॉन्वर्जेशन जो है उसको ही कंटिन्यू करने वाले हैं यहाँ पे हम सो मैं ते आई जस्ट वांट टू नो कि कैसा रहा आपका एक्सपीरियंस ऑफ पार्ट 1 विद अस.
I think it's a learning experience. I really like how you carry this podcast series. I like the way you speak, the way you handle it, and post the episodes, how we talked about it, and you credited it to all your practice. So I think from today on, I am going to work on my speaking skills too, because this inspired me. It was
Definitely. I am always there for you whenever you need me. Okay. So, guys, today we are going to talk about very important things, very important modalities that can shift and bring transformation in your life. So, I'm starting my first question with you, Mete, that, what changes hypnotherapy brings into your life personally and professionally, and how a person can get a benefit from this modality.
So basically, hypnotherapy works with your subconscious mind, right? There are three levels of mind. There's the conscious, subconscious, and the unconscious. So right
Right.
now we are talking. Say someone gives you counseling when you're with a counselor. That's on the conscious level. Now in
Hmm.
hypnotherapy, it's using the art of hypnosis to basically give therapy to someone. So at
Yeah.
that point in hypnotherapy, we use it to affect or change the subconscious mind. Obviously, it does take time with it, but it's more effective because we are directly aiming for changes in your subconscious mind, which is where your habit lies, where your reactions lie, where those kind of reactions that you don't basically अगर आप सोचते नहीं हो कुछ करने के आगे, you just do it.
Hmm.
That doesn't require you to think. Those habits, those reactive habits are in your subconscious mind. So if you can change the subconscious mind, you can change your reality. So that way it's very effective. So how can a client benefit from it? You can
Hmm.
either take hypnotherapy sessions, or
Yeah.
you can even do YouTube hypnotherapy, because there are some very good videos on YouTube where you can actually do hypnotherapy for confidence, hypnotherapy for anxiety, etc., like that.
Okay. So, I've seen some hypnotherapy videos, and I just want to know that how much sessions it would take for a person to, to get a healing or to change his mindset. So, is it dependent on person to person, or is it a fixed thing that firstly ye hona hai, secondly ye, thirdly ye?
It's not a fixed thing, never, because with the art of healing, it's never linear. It's so multidirectional, and every person is so different.
Yeah.
Because from my experience, I've seen some clients very receptive. Their subconscious mind is very receptive, and on
Yeah.
the other hand, some clients, we say this kind of the logic.
Hmm.
Sometimes some people are so logical that it's hard to bypass that logic and to
Right.
relax them, because they're so alert, they're always alert. So like it's hard to relax them sometimes. So some people react differently to hypnotherapy, and other people, they react more, how do I say it, easily. Some
Yeah.
people are very how to put it. Mm.
I would say that some people, they are very rigid about their beliefs. They don't want to change it.
That's true.
You know?
That too, but some people are very used to being so alert that they have forgotten how to relax. And
Hmm.
in hypnotherapy, relaxation is the most important thing, that the
Yeah.
person should completely be relaxed. So yeah, it's completely dependent on the person. Like if the person is more open to it or not, if the person, where the person is in their life, which phase that the person is in their life. It's so dependent on so many factors. So it's not like one size fits all.
Okay. So, hypnotherapy you do one by one, right? You can't do
Mhm.
it in a distance, so no?
No, you can do it in distance as well. And but one thing is that there should be good internet connection.
Mhm.
And you can also do group hypnotherapy, but group hypnotherapy could be, something very general, like for confidence or for, anxiety or something like that. You can't really go to deeper stuff with group therapy because, some memories will come up and some of the clients might react to it differently. So very generalized topic that you can do it in hypnotherapy just for relaxation as well.
Okay. So I thought that you can do it in a one-on-one session only, but I didn't know that we can do it in a distance as well, just like Reiki, right?
Yeah,
So,
yeah, exactly.
yeah. So I think few things I am learning from you right now because I have not experienced this hypnotherapy thing, and I was like, I don't know what happened. If you hypnotize someone, I'm very curious about it. That एक पर्सन की अनकॉन्शियस स्टेट को कैसे वहां पे चेंज करते हैं हम.
See, I'll give you an example. Okay, have you ever been in a bus where you were where you were browsing your phone or you were reading book and you missed your stop because you were so focused on the book or something, or maybe sometimes you were thinking about something and someone was calling you and you genuinely didn't hear them because you're so deep into thinking. So
Yeah.
that level of trance, we try to bring it in hypnotherapy. It's not,
Oh,
stage hypnosis is different than hypnotherapy
yeah.
because that is different than what we do. In this, we just invoke trance-like state so that your subconscious mind is more malleable or changeable when you are more relaxed in that trance state.
Okay.
So this is what we try to uh, get out of the hypnotherapy, to get you in that trance state so that we can give you new commands, give your subconscious mind new ideas that it can,
Yeah.
now cultivate.
Right, right. I have not missed my bus while reading, but sometimes we are like, very much involved in the game Candy Crush. We used to play
Yeah,
all
yeah.
time and we lost everything. Like, I don't know what is happening around me. हम उसको खेलते रहते हैं. And few persons I know that they missed their stops. They
Hmm.
they were lost different things like वो kitchen में रख के and they used to play their game and वो cooking हो गई अच्छे से. So these things happened. So I felt हमारा जो एक mind है वो एक zone में चला जाता है and we don't able to realize कि हमारे आसपास क्या चल रहा है. So is it
Hmm.
that stage of hypnotherapy जहाँ पे हम work करते हैं?
Yeah, it's like that trance state where you basically, your mind, when it's very relaxed,
Hmm.
um, in hypnotherapy, we get you into a trance state where you can just, your subconscious mind can just open up to um, new ideas, to new belief system. Because although your subconscious mind is always present, even now, it's not likely that it will change immediately with one or two counseling. But when you get it relaxed, when you like open your subconscious mind, so to say, then when we see inside how it works, the belief system it has, knowing that actually sometimes helps a lot, because some people don't even know that, this is my belief system. They're
Right.
just running on autopilot. So knowing
Right.
what autopilot you're running on, that is
Yeah.
very hypnotherapy is very good for that, to understand why am I doing these things, when was the first time I did this. Because if I ask you when was the first time you felt like this, you will probably not remember. You'll be
Hmm.
like, many times, but I don't remember when. But under hypnotherapy, you can remember, you can go back to your past, sometimes even past life, then we can find out more about why it happened and why you react the way you do.
Basically, we need to declutter that space in order to
Yeah,
bring
exactly.
new things into that mindset. Yeah, got your
Yeah,
point. Yeah, thank
yeah.
you for sharing this. So next thing is like, you are doing so many therapies. So tell us about the importance of taking that therapeutical sessions and how you can heal someone with those therapy sessions. Like, what are the main issues you are experiencing? The clients might they have they suffering. So what is the
With
most
therapy, I think most people think therapy is only for people who are either mad. In India, we used to say, like, why are you going for counseling? Like, are you mad? Like, what happened to you? Or
yeah
either they think that it's only for people who are depressed, but that is not true. Because, like, therapy is more like maintenance. Like, if, say, there are some things that you are going through in your life and you don't have anyone to talk to and you need a proper guidance on it, that's also when therapy comes in. It's not only when you're depressed.
yeah
So therapy is very good because everyone wants to be first understood. Secondly, they want a safe place to feel vulnerable, where they can just say something and not feel judged.
hmm.
Creating that space for your client is healing in itself. So
Hmm.
after that, when they start to build a rapport with you, you know how to take it, because every client is again very different. So from then on, like, the healing begins when you create that space for that person to be themselves without judgment. And then,
Hmm.
to be very honest, I've seen this a lot. Clients, they always know actually what to do. They just
Yeah.
need someone to tell them, like, you are on the right path. With even terror or something, they always say, I had the feeling I had to do this, but I just
Yeah.
needed someone to say to me. So therapy also is very good for that as well, because as therapists, we have to be very unbiased. We cannot tell what is wrong or right because
Hmm.
every person is different. So we have to only create this kind of space where they can figure out the answers for themselves.
Hmm. Right. I have experienced this thing in tarot that they said, ma'am, I know this thing that I have to do this thing, but just I need a validation. Like they need a validation कि जो भी वो सोच रहे हैं that is right and they have to do that thing only. But they came here for a validation from us that they are doing a right thing, they are thinking a right. Okay. So, you are a wonderful numerologist. I have seen your videos on Instagram. You are sharing so much good knowledge about numbers and their frequencies, their vibrations and their effect on us. So, put some light on this modality and share something about numbers and its magical impacts on our lives.
Okay. I think I'll just give it with my example. So, in numbers, we have also the Loshu grid. Are you aware of Loshu grid? Yeah. So in the
I've heard
Loshu grid,
it.
now, when you have only 7 and 2 and the
Hmm.
six is missing, usually people like this either have prophetic dreams, they are very high level psychics,
Hmm.
and they are always drawn to occult one or the other way. And
Yeah.
I give this example so that you understand how much numerology has affected me. So before this, I was trying so many types of business. I was trying everything under the sun, just to earn money. But my heart was always with occult science. I was so drawn to it and my grandfather was also what we would call shaman. We
Shaman.
in Arunachal don't die, but we know it's all about earth magic. So if you saw them, you generally think they are doing shamanism. So he
Yeah.
already had this. So, like, I'm the only person in my family who has accepted this gift and not being scared of it, just even like flourished in it.
Yeah.
So for a very long time, I was just, thinking that, it's just childish passion or something like that. But until I learned about numerology, and when I learned about it, I saw my chart, and then my numerologist teacher was just like, "Oh, Mete, now it explains why you're always drawn to everything occult. Because in the Loshu grid, you just have 7 and 2, and I'm a driver number 7 and master number 11. So, intuition was always the 11 with 11, is like master intuition. So intuition and occult science was what I was here to do.
Hmm.
And this is why I was always attracted to it, but I never knew why. And I just thought I'm just not normal or something like that. So after learning numerology and finding out my, uh, how the new numbers are affecting me,
Hmm.
which fields are good for me, career are good for me according to numbers, and then knowing my master number and my driver number, it just made me realize that all the things I was blaming myself for, like, why am I like this? It
Huh.
just made me realize that this is why I'm like that. Well, I'm not blaming that, it's always just the numbers, but I'm just
Hmm.
saying that the numbers frequency does affect you. Numbers don't lie. So
Yeah.
it's better to know how they're affecting you rather than just think like, why am I like this? So
Yeah.
like numerology is very, very cool. It's very concrete though. With tarot, it can go anywhere. With numerology, it's like a bit concrete. And I find it like if a person is very logical and they are kind of curious in spirituality or this kind of modality, numerology I think is the best for them because it is
Okay.
concrete. It's something they will understand, even if they can't accept the fact that numbers have frequencies. So
Hmm.
this is good for people who are logical as well, I would say.
Okay, thank you for sharing this. And I think you are doing wonderful in numerology. I would say that, your videos, they're like very sharp, very intact, and very strong and meaningful. And thank you. And keep sharing these kind of videos. Okay, so you have said that Reiki is something personal to you, and this healing modalities, it brings so much positivity and shift in your life. And I would like to know about that shift. What do you have experienced, you have received through Reiki healing, and where do you learn this thing, this modality, and कैसे ये आपकी life में आई?
Okay. So I I was in my hypnotherapy training when I met my Reiki master. When I saw her, I didn't know what it was about her, but the way she looked and at that time I was actually searching for a teacher. So the way she looked, I just asked her, like, I was talking to her and I was just like, are you into spirituality? And she was like, yeah, I'm a Reiki master. And I was like, okay. And at that time, I wasn't ready for Reiki. The idea of like just channeling energy, it didn't sit well with me at that time. I had friends who were doing Reiki healing for very long. But I think, like I said, divine timing. Not everyone is ready. Me, if I thought like 5 years back that I would be, doing Reiki for my own, I think I wouldn't have believed it because it didn't sit well with me. What is Reiki? Just sitting with this, like I don't understand.
Hmm.
But now it's
Right.
like from skeptic to complete believer.
Hmm.
Say with Reiki, the best experience that I had was I also kind of manifested my scholarship that I got to come here.
Okay.
Basically, I was in the waiting list. For everyone, I just want to tell that this is how I manifest the scholarship with Reiki. So there is a strong prayer that my Reiki master told me. Uh, she said it very beautifully. I was just like, I really want this scholarship, and she was saying like, pray this prayer that. Mm, Something like I was in the waiting list. So she said, say this prayer. May they get something even better so that I may have this. So although
Yeah.
I was so desperate, like this prayer, when I said it, it came with a very pure intention that I'm not taking their place. I'm wishing them to get even something more better so that I
Yeah.
can have this. My partner
Right.
is from here. I have a reason to be here. So
Right.
apart from that, it has really, really helped me in my journey because Reiki has a way of cleansing you and it kind of takes your whole world upside down sometimes. But I think all those, it's like the tower moment in the tarot.
Yeah,
So I feel like
absolutely.
the tower moment happened after each level I learned
Hmm.
and I manifested many things. So Reiki is something I feel like requires you to understand the art of surrender and a
Oh.
lot of faith for it to work because it does work. That is something that I am a living testimony of, that it does work.
Okay, so as you have said that you have manifested so many things with the help of Reiki, right? So what's the procedure? While doing healing thing, you are manifesting or putting intention of that thing, or it is something else. So just want your secret thing. Yeah.
Yes, absolutely. So first thing, I wasn't trying to manifest with Reiki. Okay, first
Okay.
thing when I was doing Reiki, my energy just shifted, and my
Okay.
sister even noticed it, and she was just like, "What did you do?" And I was
Hmm.
just like, I didn't do anything. Reiki did this. I just literally said it to her. It was Reiki because I did not intend to. It's like I had so much grudge in my heart that
Yeah.
towards the people who did me wrong, etc. That I wasn't understanding that this anger is somewhere down the line blocking me from
Yeah.
the abundance that I want to receive. So Reiki worked on that
Hmm.
without even me knowing, like, because Reiki knows what to heal on, right? Which part to heal on. So it healed on that, and like before I even knew, I I think I subconsciously forgave them because I didn't have that anger anymore. And because this anger was gone, my sister noticed and she was just like, "What did you do?" And I was like, "I'm just practicing self healing by Reiki." That is
Huh.
it. So, apart from that, the scholarship is one thing that I did. And I really like to work on my chakras with Reiki. So, solar chakra, when I'm feeling like doubts are creeping in, I do the symbols on my solar chakra or my root chakra and everything like that. So this is what my Reiki master has told me, and this is something how I manifest. With that, I just manifested because I knew I was in the waiting list for the scholarship, and there was no other way. What else could I do? I'm in the waiting list, and I can't do anything about that. All I
Yeah.
could do was pay it. So I surrendered to Reiki in the sense that even if I don't get it, I understand, but I would like it, and I'm just putting out the prayer. Please let me have it. So I would say the way I manifested was with the art of surrender.
Yeah.
And it makes sense if you can understand it. But yeah, it's just like by letting go, you can manifest, if that makes
Yeah.
sense.
It means that it creates a path in your life that you would get that scholarship, right? Okay, so it means that you shifted your energy with the help of Reiki, and then your pure intentions and pure energy will help you to manifest your desires. This is the main thing. Okay, got it. Okay, so when you were in that healing journey, professionally, I would say that when you were into this profession, initially we did a lot of mistakes, right? While handling the clients or while handling all the career things, and you are into psychology also, and you are into spirituality also. You got both type of clients. How did you manage all of those things? And what self-healing tips you want to give to our audience?
Hmm. Okay. One thing I learned from healing my clients is somewhere down the line, I saw that whenever I manifested a client, I learned something from them as well. They
Hmm.
were whenever they are going through something, and I I somewhere down the line always can connect with my clients because first of all I got into psychology also because I have been through so much depression in my past,
Yeah.
and I used to take the medication. My entire teenage, I used to be in depression, so I used to take medication for antidepressant. And then
Hmm.
after 5 years of medication, I realized that okay, I don't want to take medications anymore. I want to do it on my own. And then the withdrawal symptoms came, and
Hmm.
then I realized that wait, these drugs are actually giving me withdrawal symptoms. So that was even more worse. So then
Yeah.
I completely thought that, okay, I'm not going to take medications anymore. And then that's where my journey started.
Hmm.
I would say this gives me rather, I'm happy that kind of I went through that because now when I talk to my clients, I know how they felt, they feel, because I have been there, not because just I've studied in books as to how to manage depression. I've been there so I can relate with them. And every time they come, I feel like I see another layer of healing because there are so many layers, depths, and then levels of healing. And my clients are a constant reminder of that. So every time I talk to my clients, it also reminds me to also, to be honest, work on myself even more,
Yeah.
to work on healing so that I can be better for them. That is one thing. And the self healing that I would like to give is I think everything comes down to again, like knowing yourself first. If you know yourself, you will know which part of yourself to heal. And if
Hmm.
you don't know which is that part, then is the part when you have to go to a guide. Maybe like Kajal is here, maybe go to Kajal for like a therapeutic session so that you know like which part you can heal. Because sometimes, guides are very good and therapy is very good when
Yeah.
you want find out like which area you want to hit because sometimes we don't have that clarity, and even to
Hmm.
have that clarity we need at least one guide. if you don't want to go to a guide or any other person or therapy, then just do the grounding and find it for yourself. If you can't and you don't have the time, find a guide that you resonate with, and then find yourself. Once
Hmm.
you find yourself, you will know how to heal it, or at least your guide will tell you. Take whatever resonates and leave the rest.
Right. And I would say for grounding, they can do meditation, right? 5 minutes meditation. From that, they can start this thing. Okay, Mete. So next, I just want to ask, like, there are a lot of new persons who are into spirituality and they have just initiated their careers. So initially, they got so much blockages, I would say, criticism, I would say, or judgments, I would say. So what's your message or your guidance for all of those people, as you have, your experience, you have seen a lot of ups and downs from your life, not professionally but personally also. So what's your guiding thing to all of those newcomers?
I think first thing I want to say is, if you come to this industry of healing and say tarot or any modality, I
Hmm.
would first say be ready for it, because you will be judged. Because it comes with the territory. You will be judged, so you have to first make peace with that. And second thing is, I want everyone who's watching this to understand that being a healer is, regardless to, like, obvious thing to say, not easy. You
Hmm.
have to constantly work on yourself as well to be a good channeler. So if you're doing this only because you want to earn a side hustle, it's, I would say it's not side hustle. If it's side, it's okay. But like, if you are very, unless you're sure that you want to commit to it properly, I would
Hmm.
say think about it. Do it in the side hustle, like do it in the side and see how it works out for you. Because I've seen some of my very good friends, they're struggling with it because they didn't see it coming. Because healing requires that if you talk to another person, sometimes that person's aura will affect you so much that it will
Yes.
affect you and it will drain you. Even sometimes, even with protection, you'll feel that. So you have to be ready with this, ready for that. So yeah,
Hmm.
money is a good thing with regards to this industry, but don't do it just for money, because you won't last for long. Because
Hmm.
you need to have that concrete vision of why you are doing this. And if you get your why strong, then I think the criticism will also pass by. So another thing is, in the beginning you might not find your niche,
Yeah.
so try different modalities.
Hmm.
Try different modalities. And sometimes, I feel like it might also happen that you might try so many modalities and then you might think, I don't want to do it professionally anymore. I want to do another thing. And that's also okay. This can also work as just, self-guiding, healing, like hobby or something. So I think like it's like every person can take it differently.
Yes, absolutely. And when they want to start this field, they have certain doubts, like, whether they'll get the benefit or financial growth in this or not, whether they get some kind of, stability in this career or not. So what's your point? You have also started this business. So up till now, what's your growth as a human being and as a professional person?
Okay. As a human being and a professional person, as a human being, I have realized that I have so much more to know. And the more I know about occult science, the more I'm like, oh my God, I don't know anything. So it's
Yeah.
like a constant journey. And I feel like every time I have to like keep on reading, keep on reading.
Hmm.
But I want to warn this to the future healers who are seeing this. Don't get into the trap of self-help obsession. This is
Yeah.
something my Reiki master told me, that Mete, you're always continuously judging yourself, in the sense that, oh, I just reacted like that. I shouldn't. I should react properly and da 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 da. But sometimes we have to remind ourselves that we are also human. We are allowed to, have anger sometimes. We are allowed to get pissed off at people sometimes. So when you get into this industry, don't always start with the, you know, self-help obsession that I should always be perfect. I should always be doing this and that because people look up to me. You're allowed to be human. So be the human being. It's not human perfect. He's a human being. We just be. And other thing with financially, um, money wise, I think it's good as long as you know yourself worth, to be honest. First thing, if you have practiced, this is something I actually wanted to say. See, there will always be people who will have lesser experience than you, but they will be earning more. And there's nothing wrong with that. It's just like they have taken a chance on themselves. And
Yes.
sometimes, even for me, I saw that, I had almost 9 years of experience, and I was so scared of putting myself out there as a tarot reader. And I saw people doing it for just, few years, and they are very confident. And that is good. It pays off because they put themselves out there and they practice so much that
Hmm.
they get better. They
Hmm.
always get better. And we who have so much experience, but we are continuously doubting ourselves. So,
Yeah.
like in that way, the people who take chances on themselves are the people who will always get ahead. So it does not matter if you start now or later. Keep putting yourself out there. Keep practicing, 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 and then you will get there. So don't wait for the time to, this is the correct time or when is the correct time.
Hmm.
So if you know your self-worth and you slowly like start charging your worth, I think it pays off. Because for me, I was severely undercharging, severely.
Hmm.
So the moment I realized, okay, I this is too much. It's costing me energy, and I'm not even going to, uh, give my best if this continues. So I set a price that I felt, okay, this is what I feel comfortable, and then on my when I raised my self worth, then my financial stability also started. So I would say like work on your self worth first before you want to reach a financial stability.
Yeah. So thank you for sharing this meaningful information. And guys, what Mete have said, I just want to conclude it. What do you think you will become? This is the main thing, and you have to work on your thoughts basically, right? So if you think that you will become the millionaire in your family, you will become the famous, you will get the recognition, you will definitely get because you have put that pure intention, right? So thank you so much, Mete. It was a wonderful, time, and you have shared so much deep, conversations, information with me and with our audience, and they have gained so much knowledge. So I am highly obliged and grateful to you for giving me time. So guys must watch this episode and yesterday's episode. And if you have any kind of doubt, you can come to us. You can ask your questions in the comment sections, and we will definitely clear all of your doubts. So you can follow Mehdi, the occult therapist, right? And she will be available for you. You can consult her for any kind of services. So thank you to each and everyone for watching this podcast and giving and showering so much love and affection towards us. Keep subscribing my channel and follow it and share this video to the ones who need it. So I will come again with another podcast guest speaker, and stay tuned only on at Divine Soul Cave. Thank you so much. Thank you, Mete.
Thank you.